How's it going, everyone? It's your boy Dag908, aka the Dig Dug himself, and today we're going to take a quick look at the greatest Jagras, the giant Jagras if you will, and the main reasons to why you should probably actually consider grinding this monster out. Now, he's part of the appreciation events that Capcom actually decided to give us for showing their appreciation of how this game had a very successful launch and is actually very popular, and its 1 year anniversary to Monster Hunter World. Now, with that, Great Jagras is actually very, very big this time around. He's essentially a tempered monster, or tempered Jagras if you will, if you want to take it that far. But for the most part, he has increased health, increased size, absolutely increased mass for sure, and increased attack. Also, one or two new attacks that he didn't have before, but we'll get to that really soon. The main reason as to why you're probably even attempting to even want to fight this monster is the main thing that really strikes everyone's fancy when it comes to fighting this guy in this quest. He has a means to give you an incredible amount of decorations. So if you ever had problems trying to grind out decorations, maybe you decided that mining was a good thing, grinding investigations, that was a good thing, this is the best chance you can get to get as many decorations as you possibly can ever. With this little tip I'm going to give you, you can easily get 30 plus decorations in 3 minutes. So, how do you do this, you ask? It's not so much the farming runs, the coal runs, excuse me, back in Generations, but in this, all you have to do is get the Great Jagras to actually eat an Aptonoth, and then have him regurgitate at you, vomit, spit up the body that he just ate at you. And he does this in massive chunks, so he'll actually throw up I think like 5 or 6 times before he's actually thinned out again and he doesn't have that big belly. But firstly, you want to start the quest off, go into area 1, walk over into where you see the Aptonoth and just kind of wait there. Jagras will make his way in, and then once he does, let him eat the Aptonoth. He will eat the Aptonoth immediately. Once that has happened, attack him, and then try to stay a bit of a distance away from him, forcing him to actually throw the body parts from his mouth, the vomit if you will, to actually attack you from a distance. Every time he does that, he will drop about like 7 to 8 shinies on the floor, and each one of those shinies, well, I mean, there's a chance that you might actually get a Great Jagras Scale Plus, because, you know, there's always that particular chance, but for the most part, a very, very large portion of this, you will just solely get decorations. It'll be mysterious decorations, worn decorations, all the other different types of decorations, glowing decorations, etc. You can get up to 30 of these within the first 3 minutes by doing just this same tactic in the one area. All you really have to do is bait him to actually throw up, and then attack him when need be, just to kind of keep his attention, and just pick up the shinies when you see fit. I recommend wearing something like the Temporal Mantle, or maybe the Rocksteady Mantle, to guard yourself from his roars, and if he just throws out a stray attack that you might actually get hit by while trying to gather the shinies, you should be relatively safe against those efforts. But that's the main and real draw when it comes to fighting the Great Jagras. There's a couple other things that he actually gives as well, and we'll go into that really briefly. After defeating the Great Jagras, you will be given Foe Ticket 3, which gives you the chance to actually make Skull Helmet Layered Armor, and also the Kuliyaku Head Layered Armor. These things for people who just want to be all silly or very fashionable. I'm personally not a very fashionable person. I only make the layered armor if it's a full set and it's actually kind of unique, like the Dante armor or things along the lines of that. But other than that, I don't really mess with it. Regardless, you can make those to layered armor sets if you like. But outside of that, that's pretty much it. The main reason to really fight him is to actually get the decorations, and that's pretty much it. So honestly, fighting him, let's talk about that. So going actually up against them, we've discerned that the best way to do so is to use high element, that element being fire. I made a couple of sets where I have a gun lance with like 530 fire attack, the goat butter variant to the Aginoth gun lance. Very good weapon. If I'm not using element, I'm using things like paralysis. Honestly, since he's not a very tough monster to fight, you only truly have to watch out for the fact that he hits very hard now. He will do death rolls more often. He has a slam attack where he takes his forearm down and slams it down, very akin to how the Kolf's Wrath actually used to, which makes sense since they share the same body skeleton. So a lot of the attacks that you've seen Kolf's Wrath do, you'll see Great Jagras do. That's more so in line because no one really fought Great Jagras. I mean, he was kind of there. You didn't really pay attention to him. You didn't really have to pay attention to him. You can kill him in 3 seconds or less. You probably didn't see all of his attacks before. So now we're really kind of going over them and really letting you guys know what to truly and earnestly watch out for. But basically, whenever he's fat and he regurgitates the monster parts and he puts the shinies on the ground, watch out for that particular regurgitating attack because it takes a lot of damage off as well. Another thing you want to really look out for is his death rolls. Like I said, he does them rather a lot frequently, especially when his body is nice and round and plump. So you can potentially get one-shotted if your defense is less than that of like 450. I recommend going with like 485, closer to 500, to kind of tank some of these shots. So outside of that, that's pretty much all you really need to know about the Great Jagras, the giant Great Jagras that is. He hits very, very hard, so don't play him cheap. Go in here with some high quality defensive armor types. And if you're going to actually be doing any damage to him, I recommend going here with fire. Do anything that you really can to get as much damage onto him as quickly as you can, because for the most part, you just need him to die very, very quickly to get the quest over so you can grind it some more. However, if you don't even want to do that part, if you don't want to kill him to get the extra Warren Stones, easily, like I said before, you can get the 30 plus face stones in the first area by just baiting him to regurgitate the monster parts in his stomach and have him blow it up that way, so you can pick up all the shines off the ground and then return back from the quest, doing it all in basically 3 minutes. Granted, by actually completing the quest, you get a couple more, and those couple more are the more rarer ones, which can in turn give you that attack talisman, that attack decoration you've been looking for a long time. But anyway, with that being said, there's really not much else for me to talk about. I just really wanted to get this monster out of the way. This special Jagras, he's going into the monster decks. He's a giant Jagras, so for people who really like fighting Jagras or really like to farm decorations or just farm in general, this will be your monster that you'll probably go to for a good while. I have a friend of mine, he's been grinding him for about a good 20 hours or so now. He's actually gotten 2 attack decorations and quite a few other miraculous decorations as well. Me personally, the best I got out of it was a protective polish and I think an artillery, but I will be grinding him myself. So if you guys want to get on some of that grind as well, I will be streaming myself grinding this monster on my Twitch. You can look for that link in the description, and that's all I have for you guys today. So with that being said, I will see you all later. Again, this video was kind of just, I didn't know this monster was even going to come out. I really didn't. I missed this. I actually missed this announcement, so I had to do this video very impromptu. So I'm just quickly putting the video out here for you guys, let you know it is a thing if you've yet to actually do it, and to give you a couple of tips and tricks on what to actually expect when actually fighting this guy. So outside of that, that's just pretty much the main focus of this video. Again, I'm still trying to actually come up with a really cool way to make videos for you guys. We are getting closer to achieving that goal. I want to say come week after next, we'll finally start seeing videos in that real light. I just have to buy a couple more things and work on some script writing, and we should be good. But with that being said, it's your boy. You all take care.